Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. Today we are back in downtown LA with my buddy Manny. We actually ran out as soon as we saw that the clouds were going to roll in and the forecast said it was going to rain, because it does rain in this video. Finally, some rainy street photography. I'm so happy to share this with you. And right off the bat, the ground's a little wet. It's because again, like I think in my previous video, I mentioned that's kind of a thing in downtown LA where a lot of store owners like to clean their storefronts on the sidewalks. I really like this shot. I got the reflections from the water in the foreground. I got some really cool red tones, and then the gentleman walking through the frame. We're making our way down to the heart of downtown LA because, you know, rain and skyscrapers and just old style buildings look fucking awesome. And for this shot right here, you can't really see it because of my angle, but I see this gentleman unpacking, I think what it was, a wheelchair in front of this Sprint / T-Mobile building, and I just like the composition there a lot. Really like it. Today's lens is the 35 f2. I didn't want to bring the 90 just because even though it's a lot lighter than the 16 to 55, I still have to two-handed, and because I was going to be carrying an umbrella because it is raining, I didn't want to deal with that, so I just decided to go with the nifty 50 because that's technically what it is after you factor in the crop. For this shot, I just see this lady standing here. I think she was waiting for the bus or somebody, but I like it because she looked at me, and you know, you just kind of get led into the row of buildings behind her, and the composition looked really good. And I don't know, I like it. Like, I'm not in love with it. That's why I don't think I shared it in my posts on Instagram, just because like I feel like that was my weakest shot out of the set that I took today. And this shot is technically a hidden Mickey because she's wearing Mickey Mouse ears. So yeah, you know, because of COVID, we can't go to Disneyland. So people, I guess people want to become hidden Mickeys and do their thing. But yeah, right now it's a little quiet because I think it was around 9 o'clock in the morning, or 9:30 or something like that. So it was still pretty early. And this shot right here, I see the gentleman in front of, I guess this is a theater. And I just really like the way it, the composition, and kind of just him standing there. He was kind of framed up between, I want to say those are like pots for plants. I'm not too sure, even though they're like right there on the screen. I can't really see from where I was standing, so I'm gonna assume they're pots for plants, massive pots for plants. But yeah, it was good hanging out with Manny again. He actually had the X100F, and it did get wet. It is not a weather sealed camera, but you know, because it had, you know, he has the a filter on it, and obviously he was using an umbrella because it was raining. It still works. So and I really want one, even though I really don't need it, just because. This shot right here, I like the reflection of the, I guess that's the radio tower in the foreground. And I didn't flip it because I kind of like the composition, the way it looked, and kind of looks kind of trippy. So it looks really cool. This shot I really enjoyed framing up because I got in with the plants and kind of used that to frame the lady underneath the palace signage. And yes, we have confirmation that that is a pot for plants because there was plants right there. Manny was trying to get a shot of down the street. I don't remember what he was shooting, but I like the shot I got of him. He kind of just looks like he just made a mistake. It's like, oops. You know, it's always fun hanging out with Manny. He's kind of like an older brother to me, who's like super into photography, and he knows his shit about composition. Like, seriously, go check out his work at Manny Bursell. Just because he has a real good eye for like composition and lighting, and this guy's actually teaching me a lot of cool stuff too. So it's good to have friends that you're always growing with, and they're always kind of challenging you and pushing you to get better, and showing you things that you don't really have a lot of knowledge on or mastery on. And so with him, he's really good at lighting stuff and composition, so I'm kind of like picking up that up from him. I forget the name of the place here, but it's pretty quiet. It's just so like, this feels like a Hollywood movie set, even though it's not. There's a bunch of like storefronts. Like I think there's like a deli. There was a barber shop. I think a coffee shop as well, which I'm surprised we actually didn't go in there. For this shot, I got the I forget what those are called. The sigil on the wall that said Bollocks. And I just love the tones and the shadows I got out of this shot. It just felt very cinematic. And Manny was calling me over because he was trying to get this older gentleman that was walking in front, who kind of looked like Bernie Sanders, but it wasn't Bernie Sanders. But I really like this shot I got of Manny right here with the background of the shutter doors behind them. It looks just very cinematic, and then just the camera in the foreground. I forget if it started to rain at this point. No, it was starting to sprinkle. This shot right here, I kind of see the gentleman walking into the frame, and I really like the fire escapes that you see around downtown LA. It looks really, really cool. I also do apologize for the darkness of the GoPro footage, just because I had an ND16 on it. I just left it on. I forgot to swap it out for the ND8 because since it was overcast, the lighting's going to be a lot less intense, but I made it work. Cowboy in the alley. I forgot why we were following this guy. I know Manny wanted to shoot some of the graffiti, and I see a really cool shot lined up right around here. I actually used the edge of the umbrella to kind of frame the buildings within it, and I really like it. I like the composition. I like the way everything looks framed up, and then just the cloud in the background. I'm really happy I didn't overexpose this, because I typically like to shoot a little underexposed if I'm shooting during the day. Just to preserve the highlights, because I like to just bring everything back in post. For this shot right here, I actually got almost on the street to get the bus pulling up past the bus stop right up ahead of us. I think it was for the Dash, and this is for the regular bus. For those of you who don't know, the Dash is basically a very, very frequent bus that I think back in my day, when I was a kid and I used to take it, it was $0.25. I think now it's $1. But yeah, I mean, I always enjoy shooting buses because they're really orange and bright and cool. And there's a couple red ones for the Rapid. Those actually pass even more frequently. Right now we're in by Pershing Square. It's already starting to come down on us hard, but Manny wanted to show me this one place that he actually put an escalator in, and I actually didn't get any footage of that because my battery died, because since it was cold, the GoPro battery drain was a little more intense. Kind of a quiet area that we were in downtown LA, but I actually had Manny kind of walk up to the side of the building to kind of just get a little bit of leading line or perspective, and I liked the shot. And at this point my battery died. So you're going to see the next couple shots that I liked. This one with the buildings kind of all framed up. And then you have this guy jogging across the street. And then this lady in the red, we actually followed her for about 2 blocks to get this shot. And I really like the colors and the tones I got out of the reds. It looks really good. Here we're over in the business district. And I forget that there's an outdoor mall in downtown LA. Just because Manny wanted to bring me down here, because he says that if we want to get a lot of those New York-y style shots with people in business suits, this is the area to go. And he's right. I actually really like this photo I got of the gentleman just kind of power walking across the street in the suit, looking like a badass. And yeah, it was pouring, but thankfully the umbrella I bought not only covered me, my bag, and my camera, but my camera's weather sealed, so I didn't have to worry about it. The lens is weather sealed, so I didn't have to worry about anything. And my boots were weather sealed because I was wearing waterproof boots. Because I don't know if you guys have ever gone out in the heavy rain with the wrong shoes, and then water gets in, and then you have wet socks, because wet socks really, really suck. Because of that, I actually always carry an extra pair of boots in my car and an extra pair of socks, because one time I actually did not change my socks when I was supposed to, when they got wet, because I was wearing tennis shoes in the middle of a rainstorm, and I ended up breaking out in a fever later that night, and that was not fun. So I don't really want to go through that whole thing again. But yeah, we're making our way back to our cars at this point, just because the rain was starting to get a lot heavier, and you know, we didn't want to get sick or anything. But yeah, nothing really going on over here. I forgot what I was trying to shoot here. And I see this gentleman across the street looking kind of pissed off without a mask. I don't know why he was angry, but I'm going to get a really good shot at him right now. Just waiting for the bus to roll through, because there's a freaking bus that likes to, I don't know why a bus always shows up when I'm going to get a really good picture, but I got the photo. I waited. I was patient. And yeah, I really liked the reflections I got out of the floor with the wet floor and everything. I really regret not taking a picture on this sidewalk because of the checkered orange and green pattern. I think Manny got a couple shots of me walking, but I really wish I got some cool shots. Like, I got that one shot, but it was just like, there was nothing in it. It was just floor. So it's all good. But at this point, as you can see, it's pretty cold. And here I get this shot of this gentleman just kind of minding his own business, walking about. And over here, Manny actually sees a group of pigeons. I told him, like, hey, should we piss them off so we could get some cool shots? Pigeon Man didn't come after us afterwards, but, you know, Manny kind of just, like, spooked a couple just to get a couple shots of them flying away. And I got a really cool shot. I really, really like it. I think it looks good. Yeah, like, that looks really freaking good. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys found it helpful or enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and also follow me on Instagram at DeloVisuals and at Delo's Urban Life, and then go ahead and follow Manny at Manny Bursel. I'll link everything down below. Thanks, guys. Peace. This motherfucker.
The reason why I wanted to get that truck,
What was that?
the reason why I wanted to get that truck, that's the company my grandpa worked for when he passed away.
Oh, okay.
He actually died at work.
Oh, shit.
He slipped and fell off of that truck getting in the morning and fucking hit his head on the diamond plating.
Ooh.
Right in his temple. It was crazy, but yeah, he fucking, I remember as a kid he built me one of those trucks and painted it that color and everything. It was pretty cool.